Hello everybody and welcome back to Deb Creates. And today I just thought I'd give you a little video of what I've managed to crochet as a reasonably beginner crocheter in the last month. So I know I haven't posted anything for a while, but I have been working and making things and just not got around to making any videos. So during my my last few months, I've been experimenting with the crochet, mainly plushes, although I have made a couple of tops which I'll put in a different video. But so I'm an avid YouTube watcher, and I look at all the things that have been made by other people. And first of all, I spotted loaf cats, and those fascinated me. So cute, and I thought, have a go at a loaf cat. So my very first attempt of a loaf cat is this one, and for some reason I haven't done his tail yet, so he has a tail to go. So there he goes. Fairly simple, although because I'm a beginner at this sort of thing, it takes me a long time to make them, so I can't do it in a day or anything like that, but I'm getting quicker. But this is made in Burnett blanket yarn, and I love the definition of the stitches on this. It's really got some nice stitch definition. Fairly straightforward to make once you've got around the head bit. Really, it's it's fairly straightforward to make and close up at the end. Apart from the tail that's going to go on, it's a no-sew project. Obviously there's a little bit of stitching for the nose and the whiskers, and those are safety eyes popped in there. So so it probably took me 2 or 3 evenings to make this one, and it just depends on how much time you've got to play with, really, doesn't it? The ears are in, you don't put them on extra, they actually are little buds that you kind of crochet in. So so not too difficult. I've really enjoyed making him. I think he's superb. I love him. I have put a little bit of colour around the eyes, which is just a green yarn, just taken down the side of the eyes to give him some eye colour, because these were just the plain black little colours there. The feet on them are just, again, little buds there, and they're really small. I don't know, to me they're really small. They could do with being just a little bit bigger, but it might be me because I'm not used to doing that sort of bobble crochet. There's a bobbles, they're like a bobble stitch, and so yeah, feet are a bit tricky. So that was my first attempt anyway, and I must do his tail. And the pattern that I used for these is a free pattern off the internet, and that is by a lady called Crafts Go Bloom, and it's a no-sew beginner-friendly pattern, and I would agree that it is very beginner-friendly. Also, although I say I'm going to sew on a tail, you could actually, the tail on the pattern I think is actually in, you make a little curly tail, but I think he needs a bigger tail, so I'm going to do his tail separately and make it big and make it stand up. So that would be the difference between that one, but I've got one to show you with the tail that's done. So that one, I made it a bit long. It tells you to make it as long as you want, depending on what sort of effect you want to get. And I did make this catty a bit long for a loaf cat, so he's more like a French stick, isn't he? So a bit long. So so my second attempt at that pattern, which is much more like the ones that she shows you, is this one. And that one is like a little loaf of bread. And there's the no-sew tail that goes on. So again, as you close up, you leave yourself plenty of yarn and crochet that tail onto the end as well. So I've done a bit of a different face on this one, and use cat's eyes for the instead of just the black ones. But it's the same pattern, it's just interpreted a bit differently. As I realised the other one was too long, I made this a lot shorter. So this is Paint Box Chenille yarn, which I got from Lovecrafts. Absolutely beautiful, really soft, doesn't shed very much, easy to work with, And again, I love the stitch definition on it. It's really got some clear stitch definition on there. And I'm very pleased with this little catty. I think he's turned out really well. And I've got some more of their wool, and I'm going to be making a box of kittens for hopefully for a Christmas craft fair or something similar. So Crafts Go Bloom, have a look at her. That's the, I mean, she does some different ones. She's got some with a bit of pink inside the ears and different things like that. But that was my version of it anyway. So yeah, I think he's come out really cute. So then, what did we do then? So we went on to have a look at a possum. So this is a possum. And there's his little pink nose. Again, the same kind of thing, like a loaf shape. It's come out bigger than the cat. And this one does require a decent tail because possums have a visible tail. So again, fairly straightforward and easy pattern to follow. The ears, again, are made in, but I wanted to put a darker colour around my ears. So I just sort of single crocheted around the edges of the ears to give it a bit more, make them stand out, and then I could pick that colour out in the tail. This one again is made, the front of it is made from burlap blanket. The back, I'm not sure, it was some wool I had left over, which is kind of a little bit furry, but it's not very soft. So the burlap blanket is softer, but the burlap blanket definitely, whether it's the one I got, I don't know, but it's not the softest. The chenille is much nicer and much softer. But again, I've used the black eyes and then put a little bit of crochet, a little bit of embroidery down the side of the eyes, just to give the eyes a bit of colour. This one was all no sew apart from the tail. And did I put the nose on? I may have put the nose on myself after, because I did originally start this out to be another cat, but for some reason he ended up with a pointy nose. So I kept looking at it and thought, it doesn't look like a cat. Its nose is too long. What can I make that has a long nose? So when I looked in the on what was available, came up with the possum. And I think you'll agree, he's fab, isn't he? He's just fab. He's so cute. So really pleased with the possum. And the possum was by somebody called Kendall, Lousy Llama Creations, and it's a beginner friendly pattern. So if you want to have a go at a possum, have a look, check that one out. But I'm really pleased with it. I think it came out super cute. Right, so I've had a go at these before, but I made a little octopus. These are super simple and they're no sew, and again, just the toy eyes, all closes up at the bottom really neatly. So you stuff it before you finish and then close it up. And really pleased with these. These are great little things, and I think these will do really well at craft fairs. So there are loads and loads of versions of these on the YouTube, so you can just find one of those anywhere. So no problem finding those. So this one is called a donut buddy. Now these are I saw the book, somebody else did a review of the book for the donut buddy, and it was so good that I just loved the look of the little creatures. I don't know if you can see, but there's a hole all the way through there, through his nose. 52 characters in the book of little creatures that you can crochet, and they're all based on a donut. So the base of it is a donut. You make the donut. This is the back of the donut. You cover it with the icing, which is the goldy yellowy colour, and then you add on the bits. So a little bit of sewing to add on your bits there, but super pleased with how that's come out. Really cute, nice for your craft fairs. So yeah, I will definitely be making some more of these because they're brilliant. They don't take too long, they're a little bit fiddly, and you have got the bits to sew on, depending on which ones you make. Some are more simple than others. But I love this one, and I'm really pleased with how it came out. So as I say, there will be more of these coming along. I may do a review of the book actually at some stage, but anyway, so that's called a donut buddy. So you can look it up if you put that into the internet. It'll find the book for you if you're interested in having a look at that. So so that's my first donut buddy. And oh, I have a tiny little frog. There's a tiny little frog. So again, loads of these on there, little frogs. This one is made with Rico velvet, and it's a lovely chenille yarn. It's very thin, so you can't really, I use 2 strands there, that's how thin it is. I use 2 strands, and you can't really make anything big with it unless you made lots of pieces and fixed them together. But I may well use it for some of the donut buddies because that'll make them really soft and interesting. What do I think of this little frog? I didn't do him very well. His face is really odd, but you know, it's the first one. So my first kind of leggy frog attempt. Again, if you go onto YouTube, there are absolutely loads of tutorials for leggy frogs. So just choose one that suits you. So that's my leggy frog. And we have one more. And this is a guinea pig. So there's my guinea pig. So the guinea pig, again, is made from Paint Box Yarns chenille. And look how lovely the stitch definition on him is. The little bit of white, I didn't have white, I couldn't get white, it was really hard to get the white. The white bit is from the blanket yarn again, it's from Burnett blanket yarn, but the rest of him is all made from the chenille yarn. The ears are in, you crochet the ears in, which are lovely. You crochet in the colour change for the face, which is all on there. Little bobble tail, again, crocheted in. As you close up, you put that one on, and the little feet are the same. They don't show much, but they're little bobble stitches, and some for reason some come out bigger than the others on mine. But those are his little bobble feet. So simple face. I used again the black eyes, and I just put a little bit of green down the outside edge to give him a bit of colour for his eyes. But I'm super pleased with him. I mean, look how lovely he is. He's gorgeous, isn't he? Easy to make, and the first project I've ever completed in one evening. So that tells you something, doesn't it? It's by Sailor Bun, this pattern. And if you don't like adverts, you won't like this pattern. Way too many adverts in it. So what I did, I started off, I did the head, I did the ears because I've not done the ears before. And once I got past that, I switched it off and just finished it myself. And it's come out all right, isn't it? It's come out pretty well. But yeah, annoying. But it's a beautiful creation. Look at it. It's gorgeous. And you can use any colours that you decide to use on this one. So I'm going to try some in different colours as well. Any colour combinations for your guinea pig. And lovely stitch definition again on the Paint Box Yarns chenille. And I'm really pleased with it. So so that's my first little guinea pig, and it's come out pretty well. So so that's it for my my last month's crochet. But as you can see, I'm getting quicker. I'm getting more into it, and let's see what we're going to make next. But it's all good fun, and you do get quicker, you do get better at it, you do learn as you go along, and so I'm really pleased with what I've made, and I hope you find some inspiration from that. Well, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you again soon. Bye.